Let me say this about nationalism. Ooh. Now I just had me some crab legs, real spicy. Mouth's on fire. I'm gonna say the same thing to people who talk about nationalism and it's good, bunch of Chinese people die. I'm gonna say the same thing to those people that I would say, or that I used to say to people years ago when they would talk about how every man for himself, and you know, we should build our own land. We should get our own country. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that sentiment. And in fact, I support it. But if you think that overnight you're going to just pick up and move to another country, you're a damn fool. You're a damn fool, period. That's crazy. That's nuts, and it's unreasonable. It's completely unreasonable. That's not going to happen. They're not going to let you do that. These people that like Trump, a lot of them say that good. Trump is destroying nationalism, or he's destroying globalism. He's promoting nationalism. But look at how much around you isn't made in America. Look at how much you eat didn't come from America, or parts of what you had don't come from America. This car I'm sitting in, I think, was made in Canada. This is real talk. You're not going to just... Everything made in America overnight. You know what's crazy is... and I've said it before, that with Trump, with all this white rage and anger, I feel like I'm looking at white people who are realizing that they're not in control anymore. Now, it's not a good response. Just because I come to the truth on something doesn't mean I make the right decision. But I feel like a lot of the Trump supporters, there's this mindset that they've been cheated. They've been screwed. They've been, you know, like the dude on this song that goes, you ever feel like you've been cheated? I think they feel like that. And they feel like they're not in control. They're not like keeping the black man down anymore. No, they're being kept down too. It's a little bit different, but that's because it's a cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when a person starts doing drugs. They don't immediately drop to the bottom. No. It's like doing cocaine or something. It's a cycle. You know, they can keep working. That's one thing. But once they get to the point where they can't work, they can't take care of their families, that's when they start to fall off. That's white people. That's the opioids. That's the race. That's what I see with the racism. That's what all that is to me. That you guys aren't in control anymore. You can't take it. You can't deal with having to share power or anything like that. So the rest of us have to deal with your little tantrum. You know, I don't fear it. It's just that it's just that this is what they always were when they were, except they were in power. As long as you're in power, when you're in power, you can let some things go, because at the end of the day, you're in power. You can get back at those people a different way. You don't have to. I don't have to run up on some black kids somewhere and confront them if I'm in power. I don't have to pull a gun out. I don't have to walk around with rifles if I'm in power. That's stuff you do when you've lost power. And it makes you feel good because I've got this gun and it's my right to do it because you people haven't taken it away from me yet. So as long as I've got the right to run around here and confront people and pull guns on people, then, well, that's what I'm going to do because I can as a white male. That's really, when I see that, that's what it comes to me as. You know, I'm used to having power, and now I don't, and I don't want to share power, and so I'm going to give everybody just street wholesale violence. That's what this is. So that's what we're watching. That's what we see on a regular basis. You know, I speak about this all the time, that if they don't have 100% control of situations, then they go crazy. That's essentially what you're looking at. You know, walking around. What gets me is they'll do it like right after a mass shooting. Or the girl, what's the girl that Caitlin Bennett, she go up to her college with a rifle. Like, you're a loser. You've got nothing better to do than go to a college campus with a bunch of kids and then threaten them. And then when they buck up, you know, I got a gun. You know, I carry. I mean, it's just such a bitch weak pussy move. But you know what I mean? It's one thing that came to fuck with you. Let's be honest what this is. She knows those gay people and these young people get scared. She knows it. She's a predator. Kathleen Bennett is in essence, to me, that's in essence a predator. That's in essence a person. She knows they don't have guns. And so she's going to go out. It's crazy because they purport themselves as wolf dogs. But over time, they've become the wolves. What's a wolf dog? Wolf dog is a person that has guns to protect themselves and their families, to protect the sheep. But when you start doing stuff like that, showing up to gay rallies and confronting people and cursing them and threatening them and, you know, and calling, when you start doing that, I think you've crossed the line. Yeah, you might be able to legally do it. Okay, whatever. I'm not getting into that right now. Maybe you can legally do it, but it's irrelevant. Like I said, you have nothing better to do? You got nothing better to do. And it's funny because Alex Jones wasn't like that. He wasn't. Alex Jones would go to rallies and talk to people and have discussions. I remember when he went to Great Britain, when he filmed Endgame, project for blueprint for enslavement or something. It's like a green, really cool movie. And he was talking to people and he was just talking to them. Wasn't threatening people. It wasn't getting, being nasty. And then some people feel like this. And then he had discussion with people who, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? That's what Alex Jones was. But what she does, this is another example of the perversion that was once InfoWars. That they've gone from having free and open discussions with people to running up to gay rallies and confronting people. And then when they're like, hey, I don't want you here or whatever, oh, they don't believe in free speech. No, it's not that. It's let me ask you this. Is that what you're fighting for? Like, is that really what white people are fighting for? The freedom to call people the N-word and be homophobic and the right to disrespect people in their homes, at their place. Is that all white folks really are fighting for? I'm just wondering, because that's what it seems like. That's what you're fighting for, the right to just be an asshole to everybody and disrespect everybody on a regular basis, like that. I said it before. What Caitlyn Bennett did, that one video I seen where she had like a disguise on. The guy was looking, he was like, because he knew her as a gun girl, and it got me. Like, he really, you could see in his face, he was scared. He was really scared of her. They always put us out as thugs, but he was really scared. She's known to carry a gun. She's known to threaten people. She's become that old man on the porch that runs around messing with people and just shoot a shotgun up in the air. She's become that person. I think that's pathetic. I don't care what her college degree was. I think that's really pathetic. I think, is that really what you guys are? That you've moved from believing and having guns to protect yourself? You know what it is? It's almost like the Caucasian knows he can't let people be in peace. Like, they talk about associates, professors and all that. But the Caucasian, they know that they can't just live in peace and harmony. They can't do that. They've got to always go and start some mess and have a confrontation all the time. And I would just say what's amazing to me about this Caitlyn Bennett and stuff they do now, InfoWars does, not doing it to white people. It's an ambulance. You're doing it to white people now. It's only a difference. It's a significant difference. But it's a difference, We're doing it to white people. Starting with white people. Confront white people. We're going to fuck with them or get in trouble when they're minding their own business. This is the system of white supremacy. And we're watching it shift to harm other white people. Peace out.